Morning guys, welcome to Powell River day 2. I actually slept okay in this room. The bed was fine. I have some bug bites and then I was texted Dan and he's like, oh my god, bed bugs, check for bed bugs. But I mean, I did and it looks fine. I think they were just mosquitoes. I'm pretty sure there's mosquitoes and other bugs. But look at the door crack. This is why the bugs are all coming in. Do you see that? Well, yeah. That's not sealed. Anyways, at like 6:30 people started getting up, and then now already it's, what time is it? Well, okay, it's like 7:45. Now it's a normal time to get up. But, like, even now I can hear people, like, packing up in their cars. I'm like, but things only start at 9. But I think, obviously, if you have to go for breakfast, or then you have to leave now. So I came prepared. I brought my own breakfast. I think maybe tomorrow I may go out for breakfast because today and Friday I have students performing, and then on Thursday I don't, but I'm going to be there all day just to show my support because I do know the girl from Victoria who got chosen. So yeah, I'm going to go there, but it's not as vital, like, for me being there. I can get there, like, just right before 9, whereas now I have, like, a chair. I took up, like, the stools that my students need, so I have those, so I want to make sure they're there so my kids aren't worrying, where's Christy with my props and stuff, so, you know, that's that. Anyways, but I still have a little time before I have to leave. Honestly, I'm going to leave it, like, it takes like 10 minutes to get there, maybe another 10 minutes if I get lost, and we'll be 10 minutes early, so I'm going to leave at 8:30. So yeah, I just made some coffee. See, honestly, I came prepared, lots of stuff. Oh, it's kind of dark now, but I also brought David's tea, so I'm going to make tea for when I go. But I'm going to enjoy the tea, and I brought a whole bunch of these little almond milks. Ideally, it was because I thought I didn't have a fridge, and I was like, there's 3 little ones, so they don't have to stay refrigerated before you open it, and then I open it, and then it doesn't matter if it's not refrigerated. But now it is refrigerated, so I'm going to have some coffee and eat it, or drink it on my deck. Actually, maybe I'll have breakfast now, too. That's a good idea. For breakfast, I'm having Kia and also milk. That should be good. Then I have bananas, too, so maybe a banana. Spider webs. I think I'm just gonna stay in here. So this is what I'm taking with me. My drink, black raspberry, ripe banana, my nut mix, sweet and salty cashew bar, and then a notebook just to write down what the competition's doing. Ooh, yes, and I should take a scone. Oh, maybe I feel like a scone right now. We shall see. Alright, so now I am on the road. I should get there still 15 minutes early, so that's good. I have to get everything out, and I'm nervous for my students. Even though, I mean, they're excellent. They do such a good job. We've prepared so much for this. She's already won the local competition, but still, it's just nerve-wracking. Wondering what the competition's like, but I hope things are okay. So, we shall see. So we breaked for lunch. The juniors performed 2 of their pieces, and they have 1 more this afternoon, and then some of them, including my student, are coming back this evening to do Shakespeare. And yeah, I think the competition's pretty good, but there's one girl that's like really excelling. She's really good, but I definitely think my student has an opportunity to place. I think she will. Yeah, so I hope so, but yeah. There's some pretty good kids though as well. So I have about an hour for lunch. It's noon now and we start again at 1. Yeah, the hard thing is with my student is a lot of her pieces are humorous, and I know she really builds off of the audience laughing, and the audience is just so focused on not like, they're just, I mean, everyone's just worried about their own thing, so there's not a lot of audience response, which is unfortunate because, yeah, like, she's so strong when the audience is responding to it. She's still strong, but it's just, it's harder because you don't have the energy from the audience. But Oh, she's still doing really well. I'm proud of her. So I am popping into Safeway. I'll probably grab a sandwich or a wrap or something, but I forgot deodorant at home. I'm usually pretty good at packing, but I forgot deodorant. So yes, I'm going to pick up some deodorant as well as some lunch. So I got my sandwich and I just drove down to the beach. It was like 2 or 3 minutes away, and just sitting on a park bench enjoying my view. Actually, I think I want to sit in the sun. I'm going to sit on that log down there. Much better. So I'm back from the afternoon session. My student got an honorable mention, which meant she was 4th, which I'm fairly happy with. I think she deserves 3rd, but I mean, well, I think she deserved 1st, but you know, I think based on everyone else, you know, I would have placed her as 3rd. But surprisingly, the person that I spoke kind of, or I overheard other people talking, thought was going to get 1st, she only got 2nd. So, I don't know. Anyway, so it's about 4 o'clock now, and when I was at Safeway, yes, I picked up some Febreze Air Effects because this room really smells. So, nicely breathing in lemon-scented chemicals, which will make this room more fresh. Better already. Okay, so I think I honestly didn't bring like that much. Like I should have brought like, oh, should I bring like a strapless top or like a nice like a tank top or something to hang out with? But I was like, no, it's gonna be so busy. I have so much going on, so I didn't. But now I'm really hot, so I want to think if I want to wear a tank top or something. But yeah, so I'm gonna go look to see where the nearest beach is, because, or not necessarily beach, just park. Like the one I had for lunch, but that's, or went to for lunch, but that's on the opposite side of where I need to be. And yeah, so maybe there'll be something. I'll change a little bit out of like dress capris and stuff at least. Whew, it is hot. And there's no air conditioning in this one, of course. So, yes, I'm going to try to find somewhere to relax for about an hour. And again, I wish I had a book, but I was like, I had to return a book at the library, and I was like, should I bring a book to read? And I was like, no, there's no time to read, but darn. Oh well. So that was a fail. I found somewhere and it was called Myrtle Rocks. It was like Myrtle Rocks Beach. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. But it's not actually, it's not really a beach. And then I saw in the distance it was like all nice and sand and people were out there, but then I think it's like a private thing, so I can't get to it. So then there's no like parking area for what I imagined was a rocky beach, would be Myrtle Rock Beach. So I don't know. I guess I could just park on the side of the highway, but I don't know. So I wasted, and then I was like, maybe if I keep going there'll be something more, but no. So I've wasted about half an hour just driving, because it was like 5 minutes away from the hotel. I'm like, perfect. So now I'm driving back to the hotel. Yes, there we go. It only took 3 times driving back to figure that out. Except, I don't think I have the best footwear for this, but oh well. So when there's no cars coming by, it's really nice and peaceful. But then when you are, you're like, oh right behind me is the highway. But I have headphones, so I'm just listening to music with one ear, so I can still be aware of what's going on. And I figure the sun's coming from this side. If I go like this, I can try to alleviate getting a tan line tan. And I didn't have my spray sunscreen. I just had my like little sunscreen in a tube that's actually for your face. So I'm like slathering it on my arms and legs and stuff, but gotta stay protected. So I'm just gonna stay here for about half an hour. But very nice. I'm gonna put my feet in the water. Even though honestly this is the same as our West Coast beaches at home. But it's the principle of things. Except I'm having a hard time getting to the water. Oh, it's so cold. Naturally. There were people when I came taking their kayaks out kind of over there and then walking it up. So it's about, I don't know, 4:30 now. I think I'm done being outside. So yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the hotel, hang out for a bit. Trying to decide if I want to have dinner beforehand or after performances. It's a short evening this evening, just because not a lot of kids are doing Shakespeare. So we should probably only go until 8. So I don't know if I should eat beforehand at like 5:30 or then wait till 8 o'clock. I'm almost leaning on 8 o'clock, so I'm not that hungry right now. And I'm gonna check out a restaurant called Costa del Sol. It was recommended by MC Hammerpants on Instagram. She has a friend that lives in Powell River and said you should check this out. So yes, I'm gonna do that. They have yam, what was it? Yam tacos. Another vegetarian taco too, so yeah, that sounds good. So, heading back up to my car. So I decided I'm going to have dinner after. I looked on their Facebook page and they have a really good looking pina colada that I want to have. And obviously if I'm doing work related stuff after, I cannot drink. So I'm going to go after. However, I may get hungry. That is not so noisy, gosh. So I had brought along some Tostitos, some corn chips, and I have salsa. Where's my salsa? Salsa. So I'm just gonna snack on this a little bit and watch some Cutthroat Kitchen that I brought along. So now I am back at it again. Had a nice little relaxing time, and inside I edited yesterday's video. And yeah, heading back to watch an evening of Shakespeare and then getting some dinner. I ended up eating a lot of those corn chips with salsa, so I'm not really hungry, but in about an hour and a half, I'm sure I will be. So my student didn't win Shakespeare, unfortunately, and honestly, and this is not me just being biased, I honestly think she should have. But yeah, but then the judge did a nice workshop with them and got them to go on stage and like work through her critique. And so yeah, I know my student was uncomfortable doing it, but I think she did a good job kind of pushing herself out of her comfort level just to kind of make it one step up. But I mean, everyone had that. All the students did that, and I don't know, I think mine deserved to win. So now I'm going for dinner at Costa del Sol for kind of Latin Mexican inspired food. That was so good, and now I'm so full. And it's actually really cheap. Those 3 tacos definitely filled me up, and they were like $8 and like together. And then I had a margarita for like $6 because it's on special. Oh, I'm really full now though. But because I was like looking out into the road, so it was nice for inside by myself. Good people in car watch and stuff. So many people driving by had ice cream cones. So since I was doing nothing else, I googled it up, and there's a mini golf place just a little up ahead, actually across the street from where I went to the beach earlier today, the sandy beach, for lunch. Anyways, there's a mini golf place that has amazing ice cream, the reviews say. So, but I'm so full, I can't go now. I think maybe tomorrow after the afternoon session, before the evening session, I may go, although I'll have to have dinner beforehand because tomorrow night we'll probably go to about 9:30. Maybe I'll go at lunchtime then. Ice cream. Anyways, maybe I'll be excellent. Yeah, I'll still do. Okay, so going back to my hotel now. So it's 9:30 now, I'm getting sleepy and I'm super full. And I'm just going to do some editing, maybe watch a little TV, but go to bed early. Although I do want to check out a place for dinner, or for breakfast tomorrow. So yeah, I'll have to see. I'll have to look into that ahead of time. And see depending when I get up and stuff. But yeah, it's so light, so long, because you can see the sunset, so it doesn't even feel that late. But I guess the sun did set like 45 minutes ago. But yeah, so another good day. Wish my student did better. I think she deserved better for the most part, but it's always one person's opinion, so you can't do anything about that. I'm interested to see what the intermediates have tomorrow, and then seniors on Friday. So I'll check in with you guys tomorrow.